What's up, Tim Sykes, millionaire mentor and trader here. Presidential suite, the Bristol Hotel in Warsaw. Check it out. These beautiful antiques and chandeliers. I've got my stocks to trade software running. I've got some water. I've got a view. Let me just show you this, because I know many of you guys are working hard, and that's how it should be, you know? I know you need inspiration because you need to see how beautiful the world can be. Many of you guys don't have views like this. You're not staying in the presidential suite. You don't have like these flags in this balcony where it's kind of cool. I feel like, you know, if there were people here, I'd be like, hello, hello. But there's nobody here. Or they're, you know, just going about their business. But I want to show you these things because you can get here. I'm not smart. I'm not that smart. I have to say I'm decently smart. You know, I'm average, right? But I don't have any special skills. I'm not great at math. A lot of people ask me, oh, Tim, you know, do you need a finance background? I got started in high school. I didn't have a finance background. And now you can learn everything online. So I show you places like this because I want you to get here too. I want you sitting in antique chairs like this. I got like this whole guide of what all these antiques are and, you know, who Peteruski or Peterworski is. I don't know. It's just a beautiful suite, and I respect, you know, Europe and its history, and I'm inspired just sitting here. I feel underdressed, actually. But I want to show you the point of view that you should be having. That's why a lot of people are like, Tim, why don't you do, you know, like selfies and hold the camera up to you like everybody else? Because I'm not important. The key that you have to understand is that I'm not, you know, starved for attention like a lot of these social media wannabes are. And they're like, oh, look, people recognize me. I've been being recognized for a while, and I'm not trying to sound cocky. I'm just trying to tell you the truth. So I prefer showing you the point of view that you can have, kind of like, you know, like this is a video game or something, because my job is to teach you, and my job is to get you to understand what you're capable of. And there are some people who say, oh, Tim, you shouldn't, you know, promise people millions of dollars. I don't believe I've ever promised anybody millions of dollars before. But I am damn proud to show you the result of millions of dollars. And I'm proud to show you my millionaire students because unlike everybody else who teaches, I actually have several millionaire students. And we don't just claim to be millionaires. We show every single trade publicly. That's the difference between being real and being fake. And there's a lot of snake oil salesmen in this industry. They won't show their names. They won't show all their trades. They won't show their audits. I show it all. And frankly, I'm very proud of that. And I'm disgusted by the many fakes in this industry. If you want somebody to teach you, ask them 3 questions. You know, show me your entire track record. Ideally, it's multi-year or multi-decade. Show me your most successful students and show me all your most successful students, all their trades. And if they can't answer one or more of those questions, don't learn from them because they're probably full of shit. And I've heard every excuse in the book. I'm not interested in excuses. I just want answers to those 3 questions. And then you can weed out a lot of bullshitters. So I will show you all my trades. I will show you my millionaire students and all their trades because most of my top students started with just a few $1,000s. Most of my students are from small towns, especially in the Midwest of the US, which is kind of crazy. So if you're in Midwestern US, I think it's because there's not much to do there. You have better odds of becoming a millionaire. And again, it's not just, you know, you're not successful if you don't make millions of dollars. It's not like, oh, you either have 0 or millions of dollars. I have a lot of students who have made 6 figures. You know, my haters will say, oh, he only has a few millionaire students. Well, what about the few dozen people who have made 6 figures and the few hundred people who have made 5 figures? So don't think of it as just, you know, super successful or nothing. And understand that it takes time, okay? I don't get to places like this and I don't get to look at beautiful chandeliers like this, you know, just randomly after like a good week or a good month. I mean, I've been doing this for literally 19 years now. And we're building stocks to trade. That's why I'm here. You know, we're building the software and it's going to take time to perfect it. There's still a few bugs, but it's getting better every day. We just introduced paper trading where you can practice your trading, and I highly encourage you to do that. And just understand that this is a process. You know, if I make the analogy where we look out at Warsaw, okay? Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was Warsaw. Look at these buildings. Look at this beautiful architecture. This takes many, many decades and centuries even to really, build out. And you guys, and me, we don't have centuries. Like, these buildings will outlast us all, even with modern medicine. So you have a few decades to really make the most out of your life. And it's my job to give you the proper perspective. Even if you don't want necessarily stock trading. I have some students who are like, hey, the time zone doesn't work for me, or, I don't know, they don't like it. And that's fine. I'm not trying to tell you any one way, to make a lot of money. Most millionaires actually have multiple streams of income. I teach people how to make money on social media now too. So don't feel like there's one strategy and it's life or death. And don't feel like you have to make millions of dollars. Money cannot buy happiness, but money can buy you freedom. And freedom tends to help you figure out what you want to do in life, because now you have the time to explore. You're not, building somebody else's dreams. You're building your own dreams, whatever they are. If you want to be a writer, if you want to be a poet, if you want to be a musician, if you want to be a chef, if you want to be a trainer, if you want to be a janitor, if you want to be a wine collector, if you want to be an antique collector, it doesn't matter what you want, All that matters is that you're true to yourself. And I'm sorry I didn't clean up this place. I probably should have cleaned it up before I was filming, but I just want to show you just my life, I'm not going to fake it. I'm not going to make it seem like I'm always, perfectly clean. Sometimes I do have a messy room, and I'm tired, and I don't feel like cleaning it up right now. If you're offended by my lack of cleanliness or lack of professionalism, please leave. I'm not offended. I just don't have time for excuses. I don't have time for bullshit. I'm trying to find my most successful students from anywhere around the world. And some people say, Tim, just focus on stock videos. You don't need to show off your life at all. Yes, I do. Because when you're burning the midnight oil, and you're studying at like midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and maybe your friends are out and you ditch them to go study, you need these visual motivations. You need to see what's possible. Growing up as a kid, I had posters of Ferraris and Lamborghinis on my walls. I always dreamed of, I don't think I even thought I could actually own them. I thought I just wanted to drive them. And now, I have a Ferrari and a Lamborghini in my driveway, and it's pretty fucking cool. And so if you have these big dreams, if you have these goals and you work hard to get them, then guess what? It actually feels really amazing. It's actually even better than the cars itself. I love my cars, but I love the fact that I achieved them and, I conquered my goals. And that kind of, self-sufficiency and self-confidence, that's what really makes you happy in life. It doesn't matter if it's a bear market or a bull market for me. I make money in all markets. I can short sell. I don't need a bull market like most of Wall Street does. I actually prefer bear markets. I'm waiting for a bear market. I've been waiting for a while. But I'll just take it one opportunity at a time. I made about $500 in trading last night. I'm trading with a small account. I just passed into six-figure profits again for I don't even know how many years in a row it's been now. Pretty much every single year. I'm trying to think if I ever had a down year in trading. I had one big loss of a little over $500,000 when I tried long-term investing in Cygnus. And if you've read my book, An American Hedge Fund, you know how that ended. But I got away from my trading rules. But aside from that, I'm trying to think. I really don't think I've had a down year in trading in now 19 years. And I've had pretty much six-figure years every single year. So it's all about consistency and how it adds up over time, and how, you can really be at peace with yourself once you have the skills. But you got to get the skills. So I make these videos, people are like, what do you mean midnight oil? Why would I be burning the midnight oil? The stock market isn't open midnight. Because you have to study when the stock market isn't open. You have to study on the weekends. You think a lot of like these World Series pitchers and these NFL quarterbacks and, any kind of athlete, you think that they're just amazing during the big game. No, they've trained in the offseason. They've trained hard. They've prepared for those big moments. And it's no different in the stock market. You have to prepare ahead of time for the best trades. You can't just come to the stock market at 9:29 a.m. Eastern and be like, okay, I'm ready. I know what stocks I'm going to buy with no preparation and I'm just psychic. I mean, that's ridiculous. The best traders I know take so many hours to prepare. If you look at my top student, Tim Grattani, who's now taking 1,500, turned into 4.4 million in just over 5 years. He trades crazy. He also takes time off. He took the entire month of April 2017 off just to travel. And he's already made, what, like $700,000 in 4.5 months. And he took a month off. So you don't have to work the normal 9 to 5, but you do have to prepare. And you have to treat this like, you know, a profession. You know, I might just be able to wear shorts and socks whenever I want. I'm about to go to the gym. But at the same time, you do have to prepare, and it's not easy. And I don't want you to think that everyone's going to be a millionaire. I don't want you to think that, you know, this game is so easy and there's just money everywhere and everyone gets a beautiful suite in a chandelier like this. You know, 90% of traders lose, and you got to be realistic. You know, you look at TV commercials and E-Trade has like a little dancing baby. If it were a realistic commercial, you know, that baby would be on a battlefield and the baby would be crying because the baby would be in the mud and there'd be barbed wire and there'd be machine guns going off. That's a more realistic portrait of what the stock market is. And I'm trying to prepare you because I don't want you going into this gunfight armed with just a knife. Many of you guys, you know, it doesn't matter what kind of stock you find, you're just not mentally prepared. It doesn't matter what opportunities there are, you're not capable of really, you know, profiting off them. And that's sad because almost every single day there has been a great play lately. And most people just are not prepared. So anyways, I'm going to go work out. I wanted to show you this place. I want you to get inspired by how beautiful Europe is. And I highly recommend the Bristol Hotel here in Warsaw. Just an old world treat, and you know, just an amazing place to get inspiration if you like antiques and stuff like this. These chairs, I probably shouldn't even be sitting in them. They're so old and valuable, but it's kind of beautiful just to look at this and to, you know, feel like royalty. You are royalty. I don't care who you are. I know there's a lot of negativity out there, and you probably have some naysayers in your life, and your friends and family are like, penny stocks, really? Oh, look at this cool mirror. It just keeps going back and forth. Like you can see. Wait, how do I get out of the way? Yeah, you can see it all the way over. I don't know. The managing director of this hotel showed me how to do it. I'm too tired to figure it out. But ignore naysayers. Ignore all the negativity that you've ever heard in your life and focus on positive. Focus on, you know, if you want my story, if you want my top student stories, you know, Stephen Duck's one of my upcoming millionaire students. He's just 22, just passed 900,000 in profits in just over a year. If you want to focus on this beautiful chandelier, I love chandeliers. This pumps me up. If you want to focus on my Lamborghini or Ferrari or Cherry, whatever inspires you, because you are capable of achieving it, or this $30,000 watch, you know, whatever you want in life, you're capable of achieving that. And I have to repeat this again and again to counter all the bullshit negativity that is out there. You need self-belief. You cannot have this doubt being like, oh, you know, becoming a millionaire only happens to other people. It doesn't happen to me. It can happen to you. You could be standing here looking at this infinity mirror. You should be. And it's not going to be easy. It's, you know, not going to be a fun, enjoyable journey like, oh, I'm learning. This is so great. It's going to be a grind. It's going to be a daily fucking grind. And I'm going to be the toughest teacher that you've ever had. And some days you're going to wake up hating me. And I'm not in this to be loved or respected or feared or anything. I don't care what you think about me. I just want to help you on your path. Think of me like training wheels. You know, what happens after you learn how to ride a bike? What happens to your training wheels? You throw them in the trash. So feel free to throw me in the trash after you use me for my knowledge. That's fine. I don't care. I have enough friends. I have enough people. I have enough of everything. What I don't have enough of is dedicated students. And I don't have enough, you know, students who really get it. So I'll keep making video lessons. I'll keep giving webinars. I'll keep showing you live trades and student after student. But hopefully some of this stuff will click and you'll realize that I'm real in an industry full of scams. Look at these beautiful flowers they gave me, and oh my God, it was actually kind of cool. The manager came up with me and she showed me her phone. She's like, I follow you on Instagram. And I was like, oh, thank you. You know, Stephen Ducks, FYI, my student who just passed 900,000 in profits, found me on Instagram because he liked my Lamborghini. And I get messages from some people who are like, oh, I feel guilty that I'm inspired by your cars. Don't feel guilty about anything that inspires you to study. Don't feel guilty about anything if you're focused on bettering yourself, bettering your future, providing for your family. These are good ideals to have. And that's my speech for today. I'm going to go work out. Leave a comment with the words, I'm inspired. 2 words I'm asking for. If you are inspired by this video, I don't know what inspires people. You know, this stuff inspires me, but I'll just keep sharing everything in my life, and you take from it what you will, and hopefully you'll become my next millionaire student with enough hard work. Thank you. See you.